Good evening, Fredonia. You're listening to The Local Lowdown on WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. I'm your co-host Mel, executive producer and promotions lead.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm your other co-host, and I am the A&R lead here.
Hey everybody, it's Alex, technical director. This week with video. Look at us go.
Yo.
Look at that. So tonight's show is brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems in a group effort to promote and showcase the local music scene here in Fredonia, but also Western New York at large. Welcome to The Local Lowdown. And on this episode, we have our guests. We have Jacob King and his close collaborator and friend, Felix Kellogg-Williams, right?
Yes.
I almost forgot it for a second.
Thank you.
In my mind, Felix has always just been Felix Kellogg because I think that's your Instagram.
Yeah, I think most people know me by just those two, yeah. My first name is Felixander, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Your name is just getting longer.
I know, there's
More
a
I
middle
know.
one, too. It's
Choose
hidden.
how much you want to say or how.
Yeah.
There you go.
I try and keep it simple for people.
Well, how's it going, you guys? How about you guys start off with introducing yourselves, either your major, just anything about you guys.
Yeah. I'm Jacob. I'm a junior English major. Been playing music, I don't know what to say.
Honestly.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I'm Felix. I'm a junior philosophy major. Also good to be here, good to play music. Yeah.
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 Thank you,
Super
guys.
excited to have you guys, and we have a
Thank you.
ton of questions to ask you guys. Thank you to our A&R team who've picked out these wonderful questions. So start us off, Jordan.
Yeah, so right off the bat, I have a question focused more for Jake here. So you've released 3 albums under your name. You've been in a bunch of different bands. So with all this, we're hopefully going to get a chance to talk about all of it. It's a very broad question, but what motivates you as an artist and what gets you inspired?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a broad, but I feel very project based. Like I like to be in like a mental mode for a little bit. Like if I come up with a song and it's on acoustic guitar and it has a certain vibe, like I'm gonna be in that world for like, I don't know, a few months or year. It's really different, but yeah, it's good. I feel like since I got to Fredonia, it's a more collaborative process, other bands and just like meeting people and different sounds and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess, projects and I don't know, just coming up with stuff.
Yeah, I gotcha. So gonna shoot this one over to Felix right off the bat. So you're very, very much involved in Jake's music creation, whether it's with the Wired Band with him, whether it's with his soul stuff and all. Do you want to just speak on what you contribute to?
Well, I mean, honestly, mostly I'm a bandmate. I think more and more we've been like working together on stuff, and we're in like multiple different like bands together, working with different people. Yeah, I mean, honestly, some of the stuff we're like gonna be working on is gonna be more of like all of us collaborating or me and him collaborating and stuff. But as it stands, like Wired, he wrote and produced Wired himself.
Gotcha.
But like in the Wired band, like beyond me, there's Miles and Cam.
Right.
And they, same as me, we introduce new things to it. It's kind of like the same songs recontextualized.
Gotcha.
I think if you like heard, the Wired album versus seeing us live, like there's obviously the same thread there, but it feels super different.
Complete different new thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, in general, I can only speak on you, Jacob, but I think when it comes to the projects you've done on campus, I think it's very much of a given. Because we're like Jacob King, you're in a band, you have your own band, you're doing solo projects, you're part of something, again, as big as other bands as well. And so, trying to boil it down as to like, so who's this Jacob dude? Like, what does he do?
I don't know about him. That's kind of weird.
But, particularly today, we want to touch upon like certain albums and like just kind of picking at your brain. and see what is it that inspired you to do some of these albums and picking apart certain songs.
Like musical inspirations?
I mean,
Or-
that could be definitely one. I kind of was just, giving a broad overview of what is it that.
That we want to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good. All right, I'll do a direct question.
Go for it.
But that was nice, Mel. Thank you.
Thank you. I also realized I didn't really finish it off with a question mark, more so of like a statement.
That's okay.
I can just like start talking and like it just goes somewhere, run on sentence, and then
Yeah,
half an hour later.
and that's the interview. So you've got these 3 albums out on streaming services, right? We got Manhead, Tiger Body. Huge fan of that cover art and
Oh, that's so sweet.
name. Yeah, I feel it's very emblematic and I love it.
Thank you.
Second one, Jingle Jangle, and then the latest one, which is Wired. So over the course of these albums, you cover a broad range of sounds, whether it's psychedelic folk, noise rock, psychedelic rock, I don't know, all sorts of genres. What do you feel that there's one album that defines you the most?
Like of those 3,
Mhm.
definitely Wired. Like, we've talked about this before.
Mhm.
It's like once Wired happened, it was like, okay, so this is like where whatever happens, like it starts here.
Right.
So it also, a lot of it has to do with, like once COVID happened, I spent time working on Wired, and Wired was kind of like a response to COVID, because really, everything I thought I was going to do in my whole life changed after COVID. Like, I was studying music here, and, 2 major changes later,
Oh, wow.
I'm still here, and, Wired for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that is kind of like a fan favorite right now. Would I be wrong to say that?
No, that's sick. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Also, this is just one other thing that I kind of just thought of in the moment, but on Bandcamp, wasn't there another album as well? And
So there's
Divulge.
like, okay, so when I was in high school, the first like album or like music I recorded under my name, it was this album, it was a self-titled, and it was for some English class. We had to do like a research project, and I was like, I want to turn this into like, it was like come up with a research question and then execute your learning about it. So I was like, how do you make an album? And then for like the whole year I made that instead of like studying stuff. But it's stuff like that where it's me like learning how to do stuff like recording and the parts of songs and stuff. I don't know if some of that is still on the internet, but like re-listening to that now, like definitely like post-Wired, I'm like, oh man, that's weird. That's weird because like you listen to yourself as like I hear like a little boy singing the words, and it's just different. But there's a few things out there that I just seem so distant, so far away at this point.
Yeah, you got the mandolin recordings too, right?
That's crazy.
On that one's on Spotify.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Also, I mean, Cherry Blue, that was the first, like...
Yes. So there was the self-titled album, and then there was an album called Cherry Blue,
That,
which I think when I met him and our other friends here at Fredonia, it was like, you guys should check out this album, Cherry Blue.
well, and pre-Wired Band, I mean, we were doing King and Co., and that was kind of like around Cherry Blue and a little bit of Manhead Tiger Body, too.
There's just so many
Oh my
eras.
goodness.
Like,
Yes.
can of worms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That only, like, culminated with a Tim Hortons show, and then that kind of turned
Oh, I
into this
remember
now.
that light as day. I
Yeah.
remember because I was doing sound for sound services, and like they're like, everything is acoustic sound. We're like, that's great. And then in comes at
Showed
the
up like,
with an electric guitar
Big
and the drums.
mistake.
I'm like, oh, we're
And
like,
then he played-
okay, let me just fix up the.
And then he played
Yeah.
acoustic for like a few months just to
Oh my
make
goodness.
up for it.
yeah.
But yeah, I think it's incredible that like, obviously you know your process and how is it that you became an artist and like where you are now in terms of like your musical creations. But I think it's really interesting how we've been able to follow along that same journey and see where is it that, you know, you are now and the music that you're creating now. So I think it's almost like a story. And I think because there's been so much research done into this and we've looked at everything that you've done so far, we see the trend.
Wow.
Yeah, we know everything. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
I think that's really cool too. Like, there's something about the way that I guess you could say you're marketing yourself is you make stuff and then you put it out and everybody gets to see it, which is a cool thing for like a fan or somebody that's listening is they get to see how it develops
you.
over time and it's
Yeah.
not just like the final product.
Oh,
If
for
that
sure.
makes sense.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Of course. I mean, the show is very much for you.
More.
Give me more. How do I get into this? This is more of like a question that I've had because I mean I listened to the new song that came out. Have you played this before live? Am I mistaken?
I don't think so.
I could have sworn like there's at least some part of it when I listened to it. I was like,
I think back. I don't think so because I wrote that this last winter break, so I don't think I've played
I think
out that much.
there's
on that.
one song. I don't know what it is about the verse that I was like, that sounds a bit familiar. But yeah. Never mind that.
No, yeah, it's probably ripping off some other idea.
No. I want to get into your songwriting process. I mean, we already talked about like different songs. Is it that you made? You already mentioned how a lot of the music and lyrics came out in response to COVID and all that. Do you want to elaborate a bit more on that?
Yeah, I mean, in this era, you just hear about the like bedroom process, like bedroom pop and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And definitely, I mean, maybe it wasn't my bedroom, it was my basement at home. But yeah, there was a good few months where I guess it's 2 years ago now, we all got sent home. And I was like, all right, I'm going to spend my time like
Yeah.
making songs, I guess. And yeah, I've definitely just have changed since COVID happened, for sure. Like the things that I value in making the music and just like lyrics totally are different. Like
Yeah.
I used to just make like songs about wizards and like dogs, stuff like that. And now it's like, it's still some of that, but
Just a little dog and a little wizard.
Yeah.
though. Not too much. So that brings me back to your newest release. And I think I've played them back to back, and this was again 9 a.m. Wow. But for example, most of your lyrics are both like concise and illustrative, creating like somewhat of a story, at least when we see it. We'll kind of get into it later, but Joy and I have a very different way of viewing certain albums, and I think it creates a really interesting tale for the artists themselves. Is there a certain image that you intend for the listener to have in their head? Is there a purpose why one came before the other?
I don't think I could say I think that. Sorry, just thinking
No.
that out. Yeah, definitely like the new song, that's very like stream of consciousness. Like
Right.
I don't even think I know how to derive meaning from that myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's sort of just like, let me just put words on a page.
Right.
And I like how they sound. But I don't know. Yeah. It's always different. It
Yeah,
changes.
I mean, for the couple artists we've had already on here, including like Violent Graffiti or even Dylan, I think it's super interesting because like when we'll ask them the meaning or is there something in particular that we catch, whether it's like instrumental or it's even like lyrically that we find very profound. And sometimes it may not even have a profound meaning to like the artists themselves, but I think it's interesting when the listener themselves like either something hits home to them or like they find some resonance to it and it's like, you know what, it didn't
Yeah.
maybe didn't have meaning, but like, you know
Yeah.
what?
That's just part of the trade between the artist and the
Yeah.
listener.
Mhm.
You give like your art to let it be
Yeah.
something to someone else.
I will say, like, down the line, listening to older music, like, you still have a, like, idea of where you were. Like, especially, like, Wired, yeah. It was, like, dang, I was in my basement, like just like looking at the wall.
Right.
But yeah, it changes, it evolves. for
Yeah.
sure.
Explain to me, Trumpets, Blair for War.
Oh,
I just
you're
need.
familiar with.
Very, very much. I need you. I feel like I need to hear from you before we start saying our opinions on our end. Go for it.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess unrelated to anything happening in the world right now. That was kind of just, again, I was at my house just making songs, but yeah, there was I think there was about a week period over this last break where I was like, I'm just gonna like write a bunch of songs and just get them onto. I was borrowing Felix's. It's this like desktop cassette recorder you see in movies. It's like this big, and you hit record, and it records on the cassette. And so it was just one mic. I was doing stuff like that, and then so yeah, Pout and Trumpets, Blair for War were done on that cassette recorder. Trumpets, Blair for War. There's no microphone. It's just electric guitar plugged into the machine.
Oh, wow.
And then there's a few pedals on there.
Oh wow.
But yeah, that was sort of my idea was like the wired band does that like when we practice. Played a few shows. It's just like these minutes of just noise like that.
Yeah.
It's like I wonder how you could do that just like solo. And
Yeah.
you know, I appreciate like the artsy stuff in
Yeah.
music. The choices.
Our
Gotcha.
house just sounds like that a lot of the time. Because
Yeah.
we have
Wow.
like different delay pedals and stuff, and we just mess around with like making
Cool.
feedback loops and stuff.
There you go. And now we know what's it like to live in your house. Listen on Spotify.
Terrifying.
Yeah, really it is.
Do you want to give? What did you think about?
I mean, personally, I love types of music like that. Just noisy stuff,
Driving in the car.
vibey stuff. Oh yeah,
On your way to work.
turn it all the way up. You know,
Mhm.
speakers absolutely bumping.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But one thing I was gonna ask is, did you choose to release the song with Pout because of what's happening in the world, or was that already the plan?
So, I don't think so. So, again, it's like maybe subconsciously. But my decision to do that was more I wanted to have a single that was, you know, just like an acoustic song, like songwriting, and then to just juxtapose that with just a completely different like
Yeah.
you listen to this song and then you walk into a different room and it's just like
Yeah.
dinosaurs or something.
Yes.
I mean, that was, and the song title, it's sort of referring to something else. But yeah, it is weird how it all came like that.
Yeah, it reminds me of some of the noisier parts of Jingle Jangle, I would say, because there's a 2-part series of something that.
Oh, yeah,
what is it
it's,
called? I'm forgetting.
Digital Calamity.
Yes.
Yeah. Those were throwbacks to my composition days, Fredonia. Those were like, I was trying to learn how to write for string quartet, and then COVID happened. So then I forget, I think it was clarinet and guitar, just through like noise stuff, trying to play those parts and like trying to put together like a composition. But it's messy and it's okay.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Do you play clarinet as well?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
my original, I think 4th grade I started.
Oh wow.
Man,
It's tough. I'm out of practice, but
gotcha.
there's some great players at this school.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you hear that on Man Had Tiger Body. Is it on any other albums or just that one? I'm like
Definitely that
racking your
one.
memory.
That one, I know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's across there.
Yeah. What instruments do you play?
Yes.
So I guess, like mainly, I say I play guitar, and that's acoustic and electric. And I played drums for a couple bands, and that's the thing. I don't know at what point I'm able to say like I play this, or I just like goof
No, I
around.
know
You
what you
dabble.
mean. I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
But-
Yeah, how about Felix? What instruments do you play?
Well, again, guitar is like the main thing, but I actually recently started taking drum lessons, and I've been trying to work at that.
Sweet.
I play bass for a few bands. In Violent Graffiti, I play bass, he drums. Saint Blind,
Shout
I
out.
play guitar, but I was playing bass there too. Yeah, I mean, I played xylophone and marimba in band in high school, so that was like the thing that I did for a while, but I mean, anymore. It's not something like relevant to what I'm doing.
We're just some band kids.
Yeah. I have like a bell set, but like it's only come up messing around. It's nothing we've like applied yet.
You know, I'd be so curious to see us if like all these instruments you guys play to like one song, just all at once. That'd be super interesting to hear.
Yeah.
2 drum sets.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That's, yeah,
There you go.
someday.
Feel free to elaborate
yes.
on any of the songs,
Take it
like,
away.
as if you were doing a live show or something.
Okay.
Maybe explain a little bit. Yeah, whatever you want to do.
All right, this first one, it's called The Hider Hi Ho. It's a new song. Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. In disarray, there is a face that smiles at you. Though nimbly hid in hollow dwell, he is well. Oh, hey there, hider in the ground, so obliged to make your sounds. Oh, how I hate to watch you wither away in this town. Low the keyhole, low the love, low your spirit's full body pull, and the bleeding of your lopsided soul. Do-do-do. 'Cause there are herders on the wing, there are screamers echoing, oh hey, hi, ho. Oh, hey, hi, ho. Do, 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 do. Oh, hey there, hider in the ground, so obliged to make your sounds. Oh, how I hate to watch you wither away in this town. 'Cause there are herders on the wing, there are screamers echoing, oh hey, hi, ho. Oh, hey, hi, ho. Oh, hey, hi, ho. Oh, hey, hi, ho. Do, 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 do. This next one is called Pout. It just came out. That rhymed. This is Pout.
source, discourse with me dawn and down. Old king awakens for my grocery store, so scorn me again, my love, scorn me all the while a dove will fly. Crowding kingdom in the daughter's eye, dark side ditty from the gulls tonight, so stall me again, my love, stall me all the while a dove will fly. My baby is a maybe, the moose are loose in the closet, and a fixture never fixed your cross-eyed touts. So pout. Yeah. Tight face, clicking till your funny is stuck. Old luck, call me due for one last line. This happens all the time. This happens all the time. Brick broke blokes will walk in England town, in crowning kingdoms with their wings on chairs. I really, really want to do, I really want to do what you want to do. My baby is a maybe, the moose are loose in the closet, and a fixture never fixed your cross-eyed doubts. So pout, so pout, so pout, oh, so pout, so pout, 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 oh, pout, 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 oh, pout, oh, pout, yeah, pout, and I'll go pout, yeah, pout, pout, yeah, pout, go on and pout.
This next song is a cover. It's Jug Band Blues by Pink Floyd, and it's the last song that Sid Barrett wrote in the band, I think, before they kicked him out. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's awfully considerate if you think of me here, and I'm most obliged to you for making it clear that I'm not here. And I never knew the moon could be so big, and I never knew the moon could be so blue. I'm grateful that you threw away my old shoes and brought me here instead, dressed in red. And I'm wondering who could be writing this song. I don't care if the sun don't shine. I don't care if nothing is mine. I don't care if I'm and the sea isn't green, and I love the Queen. What exactly is a dream? What exactly is a joke?
Woo!
Thank you.
An absolute hoedown.
Yeah, this song is called Cake. It's an older song that we more recently were adding parts to it, and we're not sure it's even done yet, but so now it's Cake, song for Patty. It's our dedication to Patty Smith.
Yeah.
So, yeah, here it goes.
Before I die here today, can you bake me a cake? So after I don't eat it and my eyes glaze over, you will look at this uneaten cake on the table. The idea of you is great, though when I get there, I'm bruised in me. Oh, hey, hey, Patty Smith, I wrote you a song. 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 Hey, Patty Smith, I wrote you this song. Hey, hey, I wrote you this song.
It's really become a transformative tune. Yeah, once again, it's really cool to see how like the song developed over time from watching you perform it as just Cake for many times at this point. But yeah, sounded good.
They're changing. The songs are changing. Oh, this is a Wired classic. Doesn't get played out much anymore. It's called Goodbye.
I'm so sick of remembering these things, so I'll just delete them forever. Goodbye to all the times I saw my evil eyes in the mirror. Goodbye. What do you think of me? Does it look like I'm free? Or overanalyzing things? Here is me on a paper, Mr. F-R-E-E-O. Now it's gone in the ink. Goodbye to all the times I saw my evil eyes in the mirror. Goodbye. What do you think of me? Does it look like I'm free? Or overanalyzing things? I'm going home, going home, going home. Goodbye. 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 I'm going home, going home, I'm going home. Goodbye. I'm going home, going home, going home. Goodbye. I'm going home, going home, going home. Goodbye.
Woo! I know this song, Brightest Day. That's the first song I think that got stuck in my head when we had to do the picnic session. I was like, it's very familiar.
Throwback.
Throwback.
It's a great one.
Going.
All right, this is the last one we have for you. It's another new one, kind of in the theme of the hider. It's the magical hider. It's called That Which Is Wrong or Right.
In disarray, there is a face that smiles at you, though nimbly hid in hollow dwell. He is well. And in this dwelling where he practices alone, he learns of hell, a voice unquelled, in disarray, there is a face that smiles at you.
Woo!
Thank you. Sorry.
Man, Fredonia is just such a talented place, man. You guys absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
Love the falsettos on that one.
Yes.
Very, very chill-inducing.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. So now we're going to be moving on to our second set of questions. I guess it more so touches upon like a bit more of the things that we haven't covered. So I guess the first part you could say was a bit more in depth about specifically that album, and now we're going to be talking about your role in the scene here.
My role.
Yes. I mean, come on, Jacob. I think it goes without saying that like how many performances do you think you've done in the last year?
I don't know. It's not crazy. It's just a lot of overlap. It's a
That's
lot
true.
of friends
Yeah.
doing music.
I would argue you have such a big role that when you said you were an English major, I genuinely got whiplash. I was not expecting it. I was like, what?
I'm always just like on this campus. I'm just like sprinting to different buildings.
Okay, so at your recent show in BJ's in February, you performed a couple unreleased songs, correct? That included Lady Grey and I can't say it. It's a tongue twister.
It really is.
Oh my goodness.
It's like hi-ho.
Yes. Do you have any plans of releasing that soon, or
Yeah.
what's the plan with that?
Yeah, like I said, this last break, I kind of recorded a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to keep. Yeah, we're planning to record some stuff together, so it's a different, more full sound. But there should be whatever mix of like noisy versions of songs or just straightforward folk songs.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully by the end of the semester, I'm hoping to have like some sort of big release.
Ooh. Okay, we'll definitely be expecting that.
Definitely.
Do you want to head into your question?
Yeah. So, you guys are both pretty heavily involved in, or maybe you're the only people in the Foxhead Record Company.
That's you?
Yeah.
I was scrolling on DOI labels like a few months ago, and I saw like Foxhead Record Beach Tower, and I was like, huh, interesting.
All makes sense now.
And I went to Connor the next day, and I was like, so I heard you guys have cassettes. That's you guys?
That's us. Yeah.
Big
There
big
you
fan of that
go.
cassette. Big
Yeah.
fan. Big fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be new ones coming soon. Well, we started by doing his tapes for Wired. That was kind of the function of it. Was like I have like 2 cassette decks, and we can like
Oh wow.
use that to make merch. So we just ordered tapes and started making them for his stuff. Then Beach Tower. I mean, we're friends with them. We just told them like we'd do it for them because we'd like to.
Yeah.
Saint Blind might have some coming out.
Sweet.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I know we are making more Wired ones
Yeah.
currently.
Just got them in the mail today.
Ayo.
So with the Foxhead Record Company, I just love the whole aesthetic and just the logo and everything that you guys have created behind it. Is there any intentions for that to be like an actual record label?
I mean, honestly, I think that would be awesome, you know. But I don't know. We're just kind of making decisions and doing what we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic
Yeah.
classic move from you guys.
Us and like all of our decisions with music, it's very like, let's do this right now.
Yeah.
We have no
for
like,
sure.
I mean, maybe I shouldn't say publicly. We don't have any like marketing plans or like.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing too. I think there is kind of this like DIY element to it. A kind of
Yeah.
like not interested in trying to like take ourselves too seriously.
Mhm.
You know, I think it should be fun. It should be like
Yeah.
artistically driven and just
For
like
sure.
Totally love that.
yeah. But I mean, I think we will branch out and do more things. You know, so I'll kind of I'll say that
Yeah.
much.
All of our
we got
answers are like
ideas floating
you're like, so
around.
are you gonna do this? And we're like, we might or might not.
Yeah, sorry for being so
Spilling-
cryptic. It's just it really is so
Just
like
some
Spilling the
enigmatic
beans.
characters.
Who are these guys?
But also
Yeah.
so revealing at the same time.
yeah, it's true.
I will most certainly be keeping an eye on that because, well, I like to collect merchandise, and
Hey,
little
me too.
cassettes,
Oh, yeah.
CDs, some
Yeah.
records, you know.
I like to
Alex
call
likes
him,
to.
The monarch of merch.
Yes, I like to collect all the little things, and that's my one job for talking on this show is to be like, hey, music people, you got any fancy trinkets to add to my collection? But I mean, my job's been already done for me. I mean, Foxhead Record
Yeah.
Company, that essentially answers my question.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have wired tapes soon because the first run the first run was super weird. They were like hand painted by our friend Abby. I think we're gonna do that again, but they're gonna be different and they're blue.
Yeah,
So-
the first time we kind of just told her to like make everyone individually unique. So
Right.
every single one is totally different.
Oh.
But these ones are gonna be the same.
Gotcha.
It's also just another round of 25. We did 25 the first time and again this time. Yeah, should be cool.
Yeah. You guys have also worked with a company called Quarantine Cassettes, right?
Yeah, that was pretty much the reason Wired got made was driven by it's Batsy. I don't know where they are now. Shout out to Batsy.
I think at one point, did it say it was L.A.? Am I right on that?
Yeah. Oh God. I think originally it was somewhere in
San Francisco Bay Area.
Hey.
Hey.
There
California
you go.
somewhere.
Thank you, Alex.
Those
Welcome.
people surfing out there, they're having a good time. But yeah, it was. I think it was on Reddit. Someone was like posting like, check out this. It's a new DIY cassette label. I was like, that'd be crazy. So I hit Batsy up, and yeah, some of those exist around. They float around.
There might be 3 more in our apartment too.
Yeah.
Make that
Are
2.
they available?
Make
for
that
selling?
one.
Make that 1.
I don't know if we find them.
Make that 0.
I know
Actually,
right where they are.
Okay. Yes.
You and me were talking after the show.
Okay. We're all set on the Foxhead Record Company. I did want to talk a bit more about what I touched upon about earlier about like performing on campus, and you play both. That's not an acoustic. That is an acoustic. Oh my goodness, I'm so traumatized from guitars. I don't even know what their name is. Electric
Too
guitars
many
and
kinds.
classic guitar, man. I don't like that class. But that
It's
that's-
on record now.
No, this-
Ooh, dun, dun,
Official
dun.
soundbite.
Jail. Jail.
Music
but
school
yeah,
jail.
you've performed like many on-campus and like off-campus events. How do you balance like the different sounds between either doing something acoustically or electronically? How does that come about?
Yeah, I guess luckily now where I'm at now, everything's organized into its projects, and it's like the songs we played, those
Yeah.
are like acoustic songs.
Gotcha.
Despite
Goodbye.
Goodbye, but
Mhm.
Right.
you know, exception
A
to
little
the
wired joint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but now it's like, you know, if someone reaches out and they're like, can you do some loud music? It's like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, like Wired, like let's do it.
sure.
Gotcha.
So luckily there's some good old chums who want to help out.
Do you have a preference?
Yeah, more recently, I'd say I like the electric shows just because
Yeah.
like, I don't know, the energy's there.
Yeah.
I'll always like songwriting on acoustic,
Right.
definitely.
I think there's more room to mess around with Wired too. Like
That's-
it's so open ended. Like
Yeah.
there are times where we will just be making noise for 5 minutes and making
Oh, man.
decisions independently of everybody else.
That was so sick at the North Pole show that was in the basement. You guys were blowing my eardrums out in the
Yeah.
best way.
The second show was probably even more so. I recently had a pedal made for me from a guy from Tooth Max.
Max
wow.
Guck,
Shadow
right?
Max.
Yeah,
Kaczynski or
he made
something
me
like
an
that.
he made me an awesome delay pedal that has like a sine wave built in and stuff. So
Oh,
that introduced
wow.
to that.
Yeah.
Scary stuff.
I've heard a lot of
Yeah.
he does a lot of pedals around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Only good things.
Yeah,
I hear.
it, for sure. No, it's
Very
awesome.
good.
Sweet. Nice. So I'd like to go right back into the Foxhead Record Company and also the electric playing that you guys are doing. There's been this little rumored band, right? T.T.T.T. So yeah,
like, sorry.
breaking news. You guys want to talk about that a little bit? It's been my favorite thing. Like
Sick.
I love it. I love those two songs. You guys are just a mystery. But yeah, I want to hear you guys talk about it.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know about that one. No, I'm just- no, yeah, that's really just like. I think it's just a project that it needs that kind of like what is this aspect, and
Yeah.
maybe it'll come back every once in a while, but
The
Okay.
Wired Band does a cover of Portland of the East.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I missed it
Oh.
because I wasn't at that North Pole show.
it's okay. We'll do it some other time.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that
That's-
song.
Yeah,
Me
that's
too.
probably one of my favorites to play live.
Agreed. Yeah.
I love like the way you, what's the word, phrase your vocals in that. It's really catchy. It's very cool.
Thank
It's
Appreciate it.
such a thick recording too. Like just I just feel it.
Oh man.
Very thick.
Yeah.
Thank
Um,
you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, can't wait
when-
for more if it comes at some point. I'll be ready.
Well,
Jordan's
it might
waiting.
come, might not come.
Does
Yeah.
T.T.T.T stand for anything? Because we've had some wacky explanations on this
Oh, of
show for
course.
That's the thing.
acronyms.
Before we answer that, what are your guys' thoughts?
Triple
I don't think they're at the liberty to say, Alex.
third.
No.
Censored,
Yeah.
censored, censored, censored.
Oh man. I don't know. I haven't thought about
It'd be
that.
funny if you guys like said it and then we just like censored it. So guys, it actually stands for just be.
The
This was an interesting interview. I feel like I learned so much, and I'm still so curious.
I feel like I learned so
Yeah.
much, but I didn't learn anything at the
Right?
same time.
Yep.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, the acronym is really like
totally
it doesn't
tubular
matter to me
tambourine trio.
what it is.
Yeah.
I have no idea. So, or also, it is something too.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I do a guess? Can I do a
Yeah.
guess?
Yeah.
The totally tubular tambourine trio.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
right.
We got it?
Confirmed.
Might
Okay.
have gotten it.
Yeah. If tambourine is in there, I'm gonna feel so powerful. Guessing tambourine, I'd be so happy.
Yeah, I mean, it can be more than one thing too.
Oh,
know?
Oh,
self-interpretation. I like
it's
it.
true. Well, we're gonna close it off with a final question. What are some upcoming projects you two or individual you guys are working on, and what can we expect from you guys?
Yeah, let's get this
Okay.
all out. So,
yeah, there's a
Oh,
yeah,
here we
I
go.
want to shout out Hallie Cook.
Yes.
We are in Hal and Pals. It's a project. We just recorded some stuff, and
Awesome.
I think she's putting that out soon. That's with Miles Pierce also.
Nice.
Yes.
He's produced
That's great to
and
hear.
playing the bass. Also,
Saint Blind.
Saint Blind.
Yeah, we live with
Yes.
Saint Blind.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Shout out Aaron.
Aaron.
Violent Graffiti. Dylan's
Yeah.
here. Oh yeah.
Ryan and Evan.
It's a
too.
never-ending violent graffiti episode. Baby.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
The great violent graffiti reckoning of 2022.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. But yeah, there should be, we're working on music. Should be out soon. Yeah.
And there's always stuff happening too. We're
There's shows too.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you want to explain what's happening next Thursday at the Tim Hortons stage?
Yeah, it's a fun little thing going on.
Come if you want.
Yeah, Tim Hortons shows are always fun because you're like, this is where I get bagels.
Yeah.
But you're like playing songs.
Yeah.
It's the last
But-
place you expect to see a live band, and then you do, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just like a
Yeah, come out to that.
That is next Thursday at the Tim Hortons stage where Dylan Morosky, Jacob King, and Hal Impales. I feel like I always say Hal Impales.
yeah.
Hail.
No. Oh, no, no,
What the
no.
Buffalo guy would
Yeah.
say.
Really?
Hail and
Yeah.
pails.
I was saying, yeah, that's, I
sorry.
used to say Hal Impales. I can never say it right. But we'll have them three performing at the Tim Hortons stage next Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Hopefully I'm getting that right. And I mean, you're also going to be performing for Rock in the Commons, which is Fredonia radio stations or systems. I'm sorry,
Not to self promo.
not self promo,
let's do
but
it, let's do it.
it's our annual event where we raise money for Roswell Cancer Institute, and so we're going to have multiple bands performing, and that includes the one and only.
It's not just one.
It's not just him.
It's also the
But-
Wired Band.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
Yeah, we'll be playing,
Very excited for that.
making noise.
There's so many.
outside. This time.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've got a whole lineup of bands. We have Beach Tower. I don't know if you guys have heard of them.
Who?
Cheap
and
Peach.
Jake, are you playing drums with them too? for
That's
that?
right. Yeah,
Yes, I saw you in the tech writer. I was like,
yeah.
I was like,
Filling in. The thing
Gotcha.
is, like, those songs, I like know them all, kinda,
mhm.
but then it's just like figuring out how to do it. So
Right.
Been practicing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're also going to be having Cheap Peach, Oscar's Cash,
The
the
Burkharts.
Burkharts, and two of our a cappella groups,
The
Some Like It Hot
Gorillas.
and the Gorillas.
Yep, Purdue. It's going to be a great time. We're going to have some fun activities, some fun little things that we're selling.
Well, that concludes another episode of the Local Lowdown. Thank you guys so much for coming on. We really, really do appreciate it. And it was a pleasure having you guys on, and we're super excited to see all the wonderful projects you guys have in store for us.
Yeah.
And
It really is. Like, it just feels like this episode is just like long awaited. Like, how could we not like get
Of
you guys in
course.
here? You guys do so many things,
I
and
know.
it's just great to have you guys finally.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah.
guys.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
And
Appreciate it.
who do we have on next week?
Next week we have the Burkharts.
The Burkharts.
I'm sure it's going to be a great show. Maybe some goofy shenanigans, you know those guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Local Lowdown on 88.9 WCVF The Voice and 89.5 WDVL The Inferno. It's been another great week of amazing local music. Oh, look at these absolute cuties. Yeah, and we'll be back next week with some more amazing local music. Same time, same place.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Jordan could never make out that final part without either.